What's up, Fortnite gamers? We're in a new spot today. Still got the magazine as usual, you know. The magazine. It's a big look. It's time for Mick to confess. So let me just show you the front cover off the bat. There you go. The terrible truth. How will Shirley react? How will Shirley react to Mick's confession? And then there's new on ITV, Don't Rock the Boat. And then on ITV as well, 5 Gold Rings, Honor and Heroes, The Pride of Britain Awards ITV, and Emmerdale, Mora's Dark Past. Ooh, as Mackenzie, our brother, has something about it. Right, we're going to read the wee bubble at the start. You see it right here. So, Shirley hears a worried Linda calling the doctor for Mick, and determined to find out the truth, pushes him for an answer. Will Mick open up to his mum? So, right, you can see all of this now. Right, we'll start off as usual with a coronation. We're moving out. Debbie's mischief making promotes Sally to make a life-changing decision. But what is her former sister-in-law really up to? Sally argues with Jeff as Faye and Debbie look on. She's been keeping her cards very close to her chest ever since returning to Weatherfield. But this week it becomes clear that Debbie's working to her own agenda, and it could mean disaster for her new neighbours. When Abby spots her sneaking into the bistro when she should be at an important meeting, she accuses Debbie of lying about her high-flying job, but bails off her when she breaks down and reveals she's lost everything. Trying to make amends, Abby arranges a girls' night in with a bottle of wine, and as the drink flows, talk turns to her history of failed relationship, and she fills Debbie in on what a nasty piece of work Ray is. At that, the newcomer's ears prick up. Meanwhile, Debbie suggests the Metcalfs throw a garden party, but Jeff does his best to spoil the occasion. And after the ugly scene when Tim drenches him with the contents of an ice bucket. Ice bucket challenge on Jeff, bro! Finally, I've been waiting for that. Debbie decides to make a very underhand move. Calling round at number 6, she informs Jeff that Sally has been busy slagging him off, and having stirred up a hornet's nest of trouble, she sits back and watches as all hell breaks loose. Fed up of their feud, Sally later tells him she can't stand living next door to his baver any longer and is putting the house up for sale. Debbie's secretly delighted and urges her to accept the first offer on the place. But why is she so eager to see her former sister-in-law move out of the street? Question mark, bro. What the hell, bro? What the hell? Sally and Tim moving out. Probably moving, just not want to be next to Jeff. Who wants to be next to Jeff, bro? He is some evil. That man. That man is one evil piece of work, gamer. So if you ever bump into him in the street, just tell him you're one nasty piece of work. One nasty piece of work. Right, stolen goods. Emma realises she's the unwittingly accomplice to a crime, and Simon's planning to commit theft too. A policeman approaches Emma and Alina. As news of Scott's arrest spreads, Alina urges Emma to return the money he gave her towards Oliver's legal fees in case it's dodgy. But before she can, the police arrive to question her. Guilt-ridden, Emma later confesses everything to Steve. I'm worried sick. He tells Leanne and Toya the cash she donated is stolen. Alerted to the revelation, Imran orders Emma to be honest with the cops. But as she wonders whether to take his advice, another crisis develops for the Tisleys and the McDonalds. Claiming he wants to do an interview with Wendy to help Oliver's case, Simon opens a can of worms that could have serious consequences when he steals her voice recorder. For Leanne and Nick, they listen to the interview she's already done on it and get a massive shock. Oh my god, bro! Oh my goodness, bro. Stolen goods. Emma, you know the money that Scott gave to Emma, like, I think that he stole that from Dev, you know, the corner shop, because it was robbed. So, and then plus Grace has some big news for Michael. Arriving at the hospital to give Aggie her mobile phone, Michael's stunned to see Grace there with 2 prison officers, and what she has to say shocks him to the core. Ash is horrified when Dev accuses Corey of bracing into underage sex, but has he got it badly wrong? Grace, I think I know that bombshell, but I'm not going to tell you, gamers, unless you want me to. 5 likes and a comment below what Grace wants, or 3 likes or 1 like. I will comment what Grace has to say to Michael. EastEnders, bro. The awful truth. When Shirley pushes him to come clean about his woes, Mick finally reveals what really happened to him while he was in care. Mick bears his soul to Shirley. Raking up his traumatic past has left Mick in a very dark place and horribly conflicted by the memories he tried so hard to bury. So far he's refused to confide in his nearest and dearest, but it seems he can no longer deal with his secret alone. Hurt and confused by her husband's behaviour, Linda accepts Mac's offer for another shift at the restaurant, but it's not long before Mick turns up to see her. Desperate to try and regain some normality in life, sadly he can't maintain the facade, and back home Linda realises something's very wrong and secretly books him an appointment for his medication to be reviewed. Overhearing her make the call, Shirley demands to know what's going on, and then Linda readily admits she's at her wit's end. Taking matters into her own hands, her mum tries to reassure Mick all his family wants to do is help. But when she realises he's been contacting Frankie, her suspicions go into overdrive and she demands to know what this girl is to him. It's clear Mick doesn't want to discuss the situation, but Shirley refuses to let it go and insists that she's not going anywhere until he tells her the full truth. Concerned, he realises he has no choice but to reveal his relationship to Frankie and the awful circumstances surrounding her conception. As he tentatively opens up, the scene is set for a long night of soul searching between mother and son. Right. Keegan hits Rainey with his bike. Rainey and Stuart hire Tiffany as a beautician at the funeral parlour, but Keegan feels awful. His wife is working to support him, so he plans a big romantic gesture to thank her. But his plan turns sour when he arrives to spring his surprise, as he knocks Rainey over with his bike. Will she and her baby be okay? All I want is, if that baby is dead, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be mad, bro. I'm not gonna like Keegan anymore, bro. If Rainey's baby dies, bro, that big storyline, bro. Some mothers really do grieve when they lose their baby, so if that does happen, I really would be sad for. Okay, Emmerdale. Oh, brother. Mackenzie's arrival in the village forces Maura to face up to her hidden past, while the newcomer pursues a disturbing agenda of his own. With long buried memories resurfacing after a reunion with Mackenzie, Maura's in turmoil. Haunted by reminders of a very dark chapter in her life, she decides it's time to face up to her troubled past and sits her brother down to deliver some harsh home truths. The conversation is a difficult one, and once she's said her piece, Maura falls into tears as she's left alone to brood. Kane's heart goes out to her, and when he later bumps into Mackenzie, he tells him to get out of the village, threatening that he'll make sure he lies in a coffin if he ever sees him again. However, it's clear he's going nowhere. All fired up, Kane's itching to find an outlet for his aggression. And when Sam fills him in on Jamie's behaviour towards Lydia, he's happy to help him exact his revenge. So the pair head to Home Farm to confront the vicious vet, but the unaware Mackenzie has already broken into the house, armed with a crowbar. And as the Dingles face off against the drunken Jamie, he's listening to every word. Having overheard the very interesting and revealing conversation, Mackenzie waits until Kane and Sam have left, and then emerges from his hiding place with a potion for Jamie. Just where does his loyalties lie? That Mackenzie and Jamie could be a team to take down the Dingles. Just saying. I heard this week Keaton gets kidnapped. Oh! Sorry. Okay, plus Paddy ends up back at Mandy's place. Paddy's hurt when he hears Chaz has returned without telling him. Wanting to talk to her, he first heads to the pub for some Dutch courage, but there he falls victim to a scheming Mandy who lures him back to hers. Next day, Chaz is horrified to learn he's been out all night. Has Paddy cheated? But he might have cheated. So, right stuff, the gold and the money. It's a hot spooky month. This is the last October spooky month. Right, gamers. Monday the 2nd of November for EastEnders. When Jay admits what's happened to Honey, Billy's horrified and his shock turns to fury when Paul is released on bail. So he heads off to meet out his own brand of justice. Tuesday the 3rd of November. With the Slaters' financial problems mounting, Kat puts on her thinking cap and comes up with an abundant plan to solve their money worries, and she knows just the man to help. Thursday the 5th of November for EastEnders. Keegan's romantic surprise for Tiffany has appalling consequences when he roars over to the funeral parlor on his motorbike and hits rainy. Will she and her unborn child be okay? Friday the 6th of November for EastEnders. Must say, this is a must say. When Shirley refuses to take no for an answer, Mick realises he has to tell her the awful truth about his time in care. How will he cope with reliving his trauma? The spoiler is Tiffany's in a dilemma when she receives a surprising job offer, while Phil is also on the receiving end of an unexpected promotion. This is from a very unlikely source. As gossip spreads that Scott has been arrested for the bistro robbery, Emma realises the cash he gave her was probably stolen. Will she confess to the police? Wednesday the 4th of November for Coronation Street. Jeff tries to sabotage Sally's garden party, and Debbie, working to a secret agenda of her own, wastes no time in stalking the fires of this family feud. Friday the 6th of November for Coronation Street. After claiming he wants to do an interview with Wendy to help Oliver's case, Simon steals her voice recorder and plays it back to Leanne and Nick, and they don't like what they hear. The spoiler is eager to build team spirit at the factory. Sarah organises a night out at Speeddale, but is stung to find Adam there lining up his next conquest, which lucky lady is in his sights this time. Monday the 2nd of November for Emmerdale. Maureen is forced to relive a dark chapter from her past when she sits Mackenzie down for a frank chat. As the tears flow, will their sibling relationship ever be the same again? Tuesday the 3rd of November for Emmerdale. Furious about Jamie's shoddy treatment of Lydia, Sam vows that he'll get what's coming to him. Soon he and Kane are heading to Home Farm, but they're not the only ones. Wednesday the 4th of November for Emmerdale. Must see. As he downs the brandy, Jamie's confronted by Kane and Sam, unaware that Mackenzie is listening into their very revealing conversation. Thursday the 5th of November for Emmerdale. Trying to plunk up the courage to confront Chaz, Paddy becomes a pawn in Mandy's latest plan and heads back to Wishingwell Cottage with her. Will an old flame be reunited? Friday the 6th of November for Emmerdale. Nate receives a call to say that the plea hearing has been brought forward and he needs to head to court in 24 hours. Suddenly, his massive sacrifice all seems very real. Monday the 2nd of November for Hollyoaks. As her hair continues to fall out, Diane visits the salon and Verity is stunned when she sees the new look she is sporting. Tuesday the 3rd of November for Hollyoaks. Must say, Tom wants to make his and Yaz's engagement official, but as he gets down on Monday, a familiar face returns. Wednesday the 4th of November for Hollyoaks. George is livid when John Paul goes to James for help, and after leaving a bag for the blackmailer, they're stunned to see who turns up. Oh, and the dog person is Silas Blissett. Yep, but there's someone else with him, and I think it's PC George Kiss. Thursday, 5th of November for Hollyoaks. Romeo and Cher organise an illegal rave, giving Juliet the chance to sell more drugs, but Sid is more concerned with avoiding Victor. The spoiler is the McQueens panic after an announcement from their tormentor, and John Paul sinks to new depths to get the cash they need. I forgot to say the teaser for Emmerdale. Mandy hopes to make her dream of playing Happy Families come true, but she doesn't realise she's inadvertently put temptation in Paul's way. Will he betray her trust and succumb? Okay. Monday the 2nd of November for Neighbours. As Kyle gets treatment for his burns, Clive confronts Sheila about her behaviour and she admits the heartbreaking truth. Tuesday the 3rd of November for Neighbours. Must see. Plagued by disturbing dreams, Ned attends a memory recall session, but what he remembers adds to his torment. Wednesday the 4th of November for Neighbours. When Shane goes missing just when she needs him, Debbie seeks out Pierce, only to find him arranging to prove his love for Chloe. Thursday the 5th of November for Neighbours. Paul overhears a stranger mocking Ned's portrait of him and vows to dispose of it before he becomes a laughingstock. Friday the 6th of November for Neighbours. Carl becomes convinced that Nikolai is bullying Audrey. So, as he tries to alert Jane, Susan reaches boiling point. The spoilers: Scott sabotages leaves Kyle injured, and Yasmin and Ned take drastic action to flush her out. Are they putting themselves in danger? Okay, thank you so much, gamers, for watching. This is a big way. Sorry. We got this done in 20 minutes, so that was good time. Good time in the trend. Or anyone's watching. Thank you for watching, gamers. Just like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment what the hell's going on. There's a front cover one last time. Anyway, let's go. Goodbye, gamers. Bye.